Okay, so we're back streaming live at the Waterville Sports Bar for the quarter-final stage of the Hampshire Pool Tour. So on the stream currently, as you see, James Green versus Frankie Jakeway. So Frankie just come through with a 3-2 win versus Reg in the last losers qualification stage after being 2-0 down, so a tremendous effort from Frankie. So Frankie just won the lag and will be breaking first. So just to recap who else is in the quarterfinals, on table 1, Dan Wells versus Mick Warner. Table 2, Joe Nolte versus Barry Turner. Table 3, Mike Larkins versus Andrew Rigby. James just potting the red there. I think he was hoping just to disturb the yellow and red in the middle section of the table. I think he had the intention there to snooker Frank. Frank has got a shot in the yellow in the mid right. So Frank's got a relatively straightforward table. It's just about that same middle cluster I mentioned. Trying to develop the shots in a way to somehow disturb the yellow and red. The red's probably just too far away from the middle bag to play the yellow onto the red. So he's played a shot there to hopefully develop an angle on the middle yellow, but now James is probably going to just bump the red down the cushion and leave the white behind the yellows, leaving him no shot. That's a good shot from James. Frank's still got a little chance of dropping the yellow into the bottom right pocket, but teasing the middle bag a little bit, so you're going to have to dig down on this one. You may be tempted just to play the other yellow, try and leave an element of safety with leaving the yellow covering the black, but either way it's going to leave James a relatively and the black nearly come to save him there, but James has got the red in the top right. So James has got 3 straightforward reds. as I say that, he over cues on that one. Leaving Frank with a yellow into the middle, which just needs to drop in. Maybe just to bring the white a couple inches off the side cushion. And then play the yellow top right. But that yellow may actually squeeze through those two reds into the top left. So you'll be a bit more comfortable with your shot selection here. He's probably gone a little too far there. See by the shake of his head, he's just let the white go a little bit too far up the table than he wanted. But he's still okay. You can drop this yellow in, maybe bring the white behind the black. It's a good shot there from Frank, good recovery. You can now play that yellow top right, just bring the white up towards the blue spot. He's played that with a lot of pace, but it's okay. Just got to cue this well, bring the white back. He's cued it far too well. Just a lot of adrenaline in that shot. So he's now got a black, probably in top left. So with the idea that if you were to miss it, the black will just stay in that pocket and cover the reds. So I think the way Frank's been playing the last couple of frames against Reg, he'll have been fairly confident pot on that, but it's not a bad shot. Depends how much the black has left the pocket open. He might be able to, James may be able to play that red between the knuckle and the black to maybe free up the pocket. But the white's tight in the cushion, so that makes it element of the shot more difficult. It's amazing to come from a different view that looked much tighter than it was. So he's going to play this in the top rail, screwing behind the red. Great cueing. It's a good shot from James, good clearance. Frank was a tad unlucky. Just an adrenaline in the arm. Putting a lot of power in a shot. Andrew Rigby takes a 2-0 lead versus Mike. Sean. Barry's game is 2-0. I think Frank's noticing that the stream table is much quicker than the table that he's played on earlier. Recloth today, so just needs to adjust, but he's taking these out well. So nice clearance there from Frank, with James coming up dry. Making it 1 each. As mentioned, Andrew Rigby is currently 2-0 up against Mike Larkins, with Andrew at the table on the reds, with the balls in a position where he'd be comfortable and happy to take them out. As I say, that's just played a massive miscue. Joe Nolte versus Barry Turner, so Barry's currently 2-0 up, with Joe at the table on the yellows. And looking in the corner, Dan Wells versus Mick Warner, currently 1 each. So race to 5 for the quarter-final stage, and then the semi-finals was race to 6 with a final race to 7. So still plenty of pool to play. So it's a good mixture of experience and youth, but youth with a lot of experience. So it's a hard one to call. A lot of people will probably pick out people like, you know, the guys that have come through the winners qualification. Dan Wells, obviously he's done well so far. Joe Nolte, absolute quality player on his day. James Green, we all know about James and his recent win last weekend, money match. And then Mike Larkins. Mike is a fantastic cueist and tremendous player. They're up against Mick Warner, so Mick comes with a lot of pedigree, a lot of experience, very good player. Barry Turner, it's good to see Barry back in the pool fold, playing some competition pool. Can't rule Barry out, currently 2-0 up against Joe, so Frankie up against James at the moment, so you know, Frankie is an explosive player on his day. He pots from anywhere, and you know, he's a tremendous player. So he's capable of beating James, and James knows that. So, and then Andrew Rigby, massive break. If he gets that break going, he's a difficult player to break down, and he's currently 2-0 up against Mike. Just needs to be patient because Mike's, in comparison, a slower, methodical player. Obviously, both Andrew and Mike are both Hampshire 18 players, so they know each other's games very well. But Mike's one of those players that he will sit there and just keep plodding away until the time's right to clear the table. So Andrew's got to be patient. So James is at the table. He's on the reds. So he'll be looking to either screw the red, draw the white all the way back. No. So you've got That's a great shot there from James. Element of luck, but you've got to make your own luck in this game. So James will just drop this in, put the black into the top right to take a 2-1 lead. It's a good shot. So 2-1 to James. James is on the break in the 5th frame, so I'll be looking to get a good spread, pot a couple, and assert some pressure onto Frank. Frank's just going to wait for his chance now. So Mike's just gone in off, allowing Andrew Rigby to have 2 shots with the opportunity to make it 3-0. Yet again, James comes up dry, and Frank to the table. Frank's opted for the yellows. So Mike just pulls one back, and Andrew let Mike back in to that frame. So you probably noticed from Frank's last shot there a little bit frustrating after missing the ball. It's a long day competition pool, so got to maintain the concentration levels, maintain some patience. That's why a lot of these top players are where they are, because they're able to manage that better. So a little bit unlucky there. Prematurely dropping the black in, so Frank needs to get a good break here. And hopefully get back into the game. He's getting a little bit frustrated, so he just needs to relax, get back to playing pool, potting the balls. It's a fantastic break. So he's got a clear shot out of red. I think he'll want to take yellows, but just purely because of the red on the side rail where the yellow is over the mid left. So he'll probably want to try and... Looks like he's going to aim to play the yellow off the red. So again, you see an element of frustration. James is just going to feed off Frank's frustration and take full advantage. However, played that in a strange way. Probably clip off the yellow, bring the white down towards the bottom of the table. So Frank's got a red on the side rail, which he may be able to clip off the yellow and drop it into the middle. If he managed to execute that shot, he's certainly in control of the frame. It's just hit that far too thick. So James has got the shot of the yellow above the white to the top left, and managed to screw in behind the yellow on the bottom rail. It was the right shot, just didn't come off. So now Frank's got another chance. All the reds are pretty much there, it's just the one red on the top right rail which he's going to want to disturb, which I believe was his intention, it just didn't come off. So Barry Turner's just taking a 3-1 lead. As has Dan Wells, 3-1 up against Mick Warner. So Frank's got a bit of working out to do here. Just got to find that red. It's not got a clear shot on, but he looks like he's taking a great shot there. I'm not sure Frank's got enough angle to try and disturb the red and yellow. He may just drop that in, yeah. He may have to be settling for a double on the red. Especially with where the white sits at the moment, with the two reds on the left hand side towards the middle pocket. Well, he's got an option now where we can drop that red into the middle right and try and disturb the yellow and red. Obviously that's fraught with a little bit of danger because he may hit the yellow full ball and actually tuck himself up, so it may be best place to perhaps just drop the black in, come off the bottom cushion, back up and then lead the double. He's okay, it was a good effort. It's probably made the double a little bit easier, but it's now about the black and how he gets onto the black, because naturally the white may just clip off the yellow. Oh, that's brilliant. That's a brilliant shot from Frank. great double from Frank there, aided by the yellow to bring him back out to the black. So 4-1 to Barry. Okay, so Green has just gone for a comfort break. So Barry Turner is currently 4-1 up against Joe Nolte. So on the commentary we have Simon Lynas. How you doing, Simon?
I'm very well, how are you?
How's your day been so far?
It's been a day of absolute batterings. I've woken up this morning, turned up at 10 AM for the first game against Dan Wells. I couldn't have asked Dan to play any worse if I tried, and he still bashed me up 4-1, which is great news. I got beaten in the other half by Barry Turner 3-2. Again, I'm sure Barry won't look back on that and sing his praises, but yeah, it was the first 3 frames were embarrassing. It got to a 2-1 situation. I've actually, the only thing I did all day, took out a nice clearance for 2-2, and he thought after that clearance that he would break and dish me just to really make my afternoon, so that's all good.
Yeah, I did witness that, I have to say, but as you know, it's some great quality here today, so you've got to be on it, but at the same time, Barry coming through the losers section into the quarterfinals, so the double elimination makes, you know, a tremendous day of pool if you can maybe get over that first defeat and then get back into the game as Barry's done. So, you know, that's proven with Barry currently being 4-1 up. With it being a race to 5, Barry is obviously a favourite in proceeding to the semi-final.
Barry's one to watch. I think a lot of people that live in around the Portsmouth area know that back in the day Barry was obviously the one to beat. He's had a lot of time out of the game, and all of a sudden he's come back. I mean, he's not firing all cylinders. I think it's obvious. I mean, if he's given me 2 frames, there's obviously something wrong. But I think he's going to. He's definitely one to watch. Maybe not this year, the Hampshire Tour, but next year I think he's really going to do the business. So I just keep an eye on his results, see how he gets on. But it looks like it's going well against Joe. I mean, Joe's no mum. He's an England under-23 international. He's played some serious money games against some good players. I think he beat Charlie Hooper, one of the guys down in Portsmouth. I think Charlie won't say anything bad about me when I say that he's a bit of a fudger. He's a good tactician, but yeah, I think he got blown away on the day, and that's to Joe's credit. And I think I think if Barry beats him, I think that'd be a good result for him, moving through to the semis.
Yeah, that's definitely right. I've known Barry a long time, and I've seen Barry at his best, and he can always deliver. And as you rightly say, he's not been playing as heavily as he used to, but he's back playing. He's enjoying the game. Very dangerous player, and just naturally gifted. It's just an awesome player to watch out these days. So.
Well, for him, it's football that's watching. I mean, Barry's son is Jack Turner. He's literally just picked up a scholarship with Southampton under 21s. I think he signed a 2-year apprenticeship deal with the option to sign in pro terms after that. So I think a lot of Barry's efforts have been basically focused around the fact just driving him around the country and basically just doing all the fatherly duties that you've got to do when you've got a kid that's good at football. So, but yeah, I think now he's just sort of let him fly the nest. He can drive his own car. He can take himself wherever he needs to go. So yeah, I think Barry's back on the warpath. Let's see how he gets on.
Yeah, definitely true, mate. Definitely true. So 6th frame, James again going in off from his break. So Frank's looking a bit more settled now. A bit fraught earlier in the match, and he's just slotting the balls home. Played that nicely. Enough in his position of the white to score in between the gap between the black and the yellow to pop the red into the same pocket.
Yeah, good shot. Nice shot.
And that's what you get with Frank on his day. When he's queuing and he's potting balls, he's just electric to watch. He doesn't hang around, so if you blink you will miss it. Yeah, he's a quality player. Good use of the yellow there. There's a nice gap between those two yellows to take a 3-3.
Very nice.
It's done well.
I'll be honest, I've got to admit it, I would never say it to his face, but actually I've got a little bit of a man crush on Frankie Jakeway. He plays exactly how I wish I could play. Generally it's fast, loose, attacking, aggressive. He pots the balls, he pots them fast, and he plans his path in literally no time at all. I mean, Christ, for people watching that play Interleague, you get your 60 seconds, you get your 30-second warning. Frankie would never see a 30-second call. It's just bosh, bosh, bosh. But it's just so effective. It's devastating. If you let him get on a run, he will punish you. And to be honest, he's picked it up against James, so it'll be interesting to see how the 7th frame goes. Oh, I'll be disappointed with that. He will be disappointed with that. 7-11 up with him before the start of the tournament. Literally, he was trying to take the second ball in there for a cut break. He's just cut it a little bit too much. He's just come up a bit shy. It's a good split, but that's going to be to James' advantage, I think. We'll have to see which colour James wants to go, but Frankie will be disappointed.
The frames are coming thick and fast now. So Andrew Wrigley currently 3-2 up against Mike Larkins. Dan Wells currently 4-1 up against Mick Warner. Barry Turner 4-2 versus Joe Nolte.
For those of you that know Mike Larkins, before the start of the game, he's had a couple of beers today. He's got work Monday, obviously, so he had a few to loosen up, but I've never seen the guy order a tea. He's had a tea with 3 sugars, for all of you that know Mike Larkins. I think that sort of tells you what state he's in, but yeah, I think the guy wants a cuddle and an early bath, but we will watch how he gets on. But
yeah, unfortunately Mike had to have a bit of a wait, obviously waiting for the losers section to finish, to start the quarterfinals, so he took advantage, having a little nap in the corner of the room.
Any of you that got him on Facebook and know that he's good mates with Pip Beanie, have a little look. You know, Pip's one for the photo, so you will see one of them slumped. The only thing he's holding on to is his pool cue. Seems to be having a little resurgence though, but it's all good. Well, obviously what you guys can see is James Green. He's manoeuvring through the reds. James obviously still on a high. He played Richard Swafford for 5,000 last week. Took out a 21-11 victory. So obviously a lot of the guys who know he's could be one of the guys to beat, but he's missed a red to the middle. Uncharacteristically there. And as I said, my man crushed Frankie Jakeway. He could definitely do something.
Yeah, he's back at the table here, mate. The yellows are all there in a position to run him out. It's just, I think Frank's been a little bit conservative for some of his shot selections, so, but I think he's always happier attacking. It's okay there. I know he's gone a little bit too far, but he's got that reverse cut.
He's actually going to push his other yellow into the middle of the table if he takes this on as well, which he'll be happy with. He's going to leave himself the other yellow to the middle.
Yeah, I think it's the obviously the yellow on the top left rail there, as well as the yellow at the bottom. It just needs to, I think, be methodical at one half of the table, and then wow, it was a little bit unfortunate. Just played it too thick. Saw the pace went on the other yellow rather than the yellow going into the pocket. But at the same time, the slight consolation is that if that yellow were to drop, he didn't really have a shot after that. Whatever his shot in hand was going to be tricky.
James' only problem is this red he's going to take to middle now. As soon as he strikes the finish, should be good from here. Oh, he's taken it long. God, he's missed it by a mile.
Yeah. So
Sorry, James, if you watch us back, that was rubbish, mate. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think the stand of the green there would be disappointed.
He's missed that by
wasn't even
3 or 4
close, to
feet.
be
Yeah,
fair.
that is awful.
So Frank's got an opportunity to play the plant down the rail.
Yeah, he's licking his lips with a bit of intent here, walking around the table. Oh, he's missed it as well. Oh, Frankie.
It's baffling sometimes, isn't it? Just what looks a very straightforward shot. Coming behind the yellow and overcutting it is just incredible.
She's been a pitches in the middle, come back. Red down the rail, nip across into the other cushion and take the other red pass between the black and the yellow and then leave himself the black in the same pocket.
So left himself a bit too straight, was he alright?
I think so.
So you're going to bump the yellow onto the red. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
See, that's the voice of a good pool player talking now. Cheers, Chase, you dig me up.
No, I think he was right. I think if he actually just left himself a little bit more angle, I think the shot that you suggested was the better shot looking back. But now he's just dropped this in, used the yellow to buffer the white.
The cushion. Yeah.
So it was okay. Relatively straightforward black. Take a 4-3 lead.
We've absolutely cursed to the commentator, Jace. A relatively easy black. I'll tell you what, I've seen easier.
Yeah, but this is James Green. Come on.
This is James Green. You should be putting that away.
Mate, I think losing all that weight just slightly, it's a bit off-putting for him, I think. He's lost so much weight. I think
Jason's getting personal.
No, it's the centre of gravity, mate. It makes a difference. It really does. Look at me. So I think Frank's going to attack this into the middle and maybe drop the weight behind the other.
Yeah, you can drop it in behind.
Oh,
he's conceded it. Oh. So 4-3, obviously race to 5. I think James would definitely see that as a little bit of a let off. I mean, he's going to win harder frames than this today. That was I think Frankie will look back on that and Monterey really. I think he should have been 4-3 up, I think.
So Mike Larkins, it looks like the overall team's worked. He's back on a level game, 3 each.
I think Joe Nolte's pulled one back as well against Barry Turner. I think that's gone 4-2.
And Mick Warner 4-2 as well against Dan Wells. James Green 4-3 up. Breaking. Oh my. So the watch gone flying off the table. They haven't exactly broken too kindly, so James won't be overly disappointed.
I can understand Frankie giving it a little bit of a wipe there, but what was the blow about? You can wipe it off with the cloth, but what are you going to do blowing it? Hey, whatever works. Every player's got his got his habits. What colour would you choose here, Jace?
Well, I think Frank will probably look to play the red down the left-hand rail to cover the bag, and then that leaves him the red in the other pocket where he can play an attacking shot to try and get the black out. It's a question whether the red that's sitting below the cluster of 3 goes past the yellow top right. I think it does.
Yeah, it's tight, but I think it does go.
But I think if he plays the shot with the red closest to the rail down the line, he's not playing that. I think I would straighten it up to play it so the white sits slightly lower than the red in the top right, because that would have allowed him. Oh dear, dear, dear.
Oh, sitting tight on the black. That's not what he wanted.
So now he's in a position where he's got to pop one, because otherwise it's going to be an open table for James Green. But if he played the one down row, left the white slightly lower than the red top left, he can then play an attacking shot into the black to get the black out. But he's now between a rock and a hard place. He can, he can pot the red, come through the gap, play the red in the other pot.
But that's going to be the shot, and if he puts the red in the bottom bag and then comes out, he's going to have to play the red in the bottom corner and then use the angle to nudge the black. Is that what you're saying?
That's it. That's what he's going to have to do, and then that will leave him the red up bottom right here. Ooh. So it's been unfortunate there. He's just not sure what he's tried to do there. He had to really push the white through. So he's now got the double on the red, but the way that this red sits on the right hand side row at the bottom there, it's going to be tricky to.
I'm trying to look and try and find a safety for him here. I mean, what's he going to try and do? He can't really take the red on double to the middle.
Then probably the right shot is maybe clip off the right hand side of the red, leave the white on the bottom row behind the yellow. But there's no real advantage in doing that, you know, the way that that gives James a free shot to disturb the yellows. I think that's the right shot. I think that is the right shot. So it depends on how brave he is now with regards to, does he just play the red to push the yellow onto the red on the side round, push the red over the middle bag.
What is that? Oh no, he's not.
But
he's going to go for the development. Oh.
So he could, that's a shot I think I would play. Maybe execute a bit harder so the red's over the middle bag. But I think he could have been tempted with playing the red in the top left and poking the red out. So Danwell's returns 5-2 victory over Mick Warner. So Danwell's is the first semi-finalist. Standard. And Dan Wells will be playing the winner of the match between
Joe Nolte and Barry Turner.
Barry Turner, yeah.
So which based on how it's going at the minute, it's looking like Barry's coming in. Oh, 4-3. Joe is coming back. Maybe that's not all said and done. We'll keep an eye on that.
Looking at the table, Barry's on reds. So Sean Morris has just asked Simon Larness if he's going to buy a round.
The answer is no.
Oh.
Get out of my wallet. Get my card out. Who needs cash when you got contactless?
You've got to have cash to be in there to be contactless, I think.
Yeah, true.
So.
Oh, that's where I'm going. Well, that's why I'm in so much debt. I just thought you keep scanning it. It's up to 30 quid. It's free, isn't it?
Yeah, it's free cash.
Frankie Jakeway. He's wishing he's as good a pool as he is at poker right now. That guy can dig himself. He can bluff himself out of any situation on the poker table. Let's see how he gets on there. He's got a long red.
Bottom right. Oh, he tried.
And he's taken one of James's balls out as well. That's a body blow. Let's see what James can do. He's slightly over on that, is he? Is he looking for the yellow down the bottom? He was looking to try and play the yellow down the bottom top for the middle. I think he's readjusted.
It's all there. It's all there for James. Probably play the yellow. Probably play the yellow just below the black. Top left. Just bring the white off the top cushion. And then play the yellow above the black into the middle bag.
Yeah, it's all a chop.
Yeah, probably play one of the
I'll
pocket
be
matches
surprised if
again,
Frankie
better
does
position.
well.
Sport for choice, to be fair.
Yeah.
Took it over there, Dan. So Joe Nolte's done tremendously well to pull the game back to 4-all against Barry. And it's just broken, come up dry, so that brings Barry back to the table. A couple of balls on the side cushions. Mike. It's a good shot there from James.
Mike Larkins, the Ovaltine resurgence continues. He pushes ahead into a 4-3, leading the race to 5. He's looking for a place in the semis.
I think the other contingent are going to be very happy. They're going to stay a little bit longer if Mike carries on the way he is. But Wrigley's at the table, so...
Ooh.
So you would say that
This
James
is
is out of
not the
position there, but
easiest
it's
shot.
alright. It's just got a straight pot, bottom right. Do nothing with the white.
Oh, he's straight to
Was
him.
that me, or did that speed up, or was that just the TV catching up?
Yeah,
So
that's
well
his
done to
flash,
James.
Well done. Good
Lucky
result for
Frank.
James.
So 5-3 to Greener. Yeah. Unlucky from Frank now. I think the match against Reg coming from 2-0 down to 3-2 took a lot out of him. Early match, he was a little bit of frustration in some of his shots, and
Just the last 3 games never really got going. He did so well to pull it back from 3-1 to 3-3, and then all of a sudden he gets to the stage where he can win it. And he took the long yellow on in the 4th frame, didn't make it, and all of a, to go 4-3 up, and all of a sudden he's just blown it. It's savage against James. Like, you need to take everything or you get nothing, and I think that's what's happened. So.
yeah, very true. So a little bit of virtual pool now with the stream table. So Joe Nolte, Barry Turner, currently 4 each. With the game poised. With a tactical battle between both players with Barry at the table. Yeah, I think so, mate. And then Mike Larkins versus Andrew Rigby. Mike's at the table. Currently on yellows with a yellow on the bottom right.
Maybe that too bad, did I miss?
No, mate, I'll be honest with you, you didn't miss too much.
I just thought.
It's like the early stages of the game, because you're playing your shots, you just want to get that little bit of run.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and I don't think you missed
No, I'm not very right. This year, probably the best shot maybe in the except from Pip. I just missed for some reason. Probably because I'm not Pip. But, yeah, I feel like there's some weird sometimes, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, you play against. Oh, yeah. You're playing the rules, like, not very decent, but yeah, you maybe shower a bit. One of those things, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think you ran out of position a couple of times, but
Yeah.
you didn't do too much.
Nothing major wrong, but yeah, I was happy with that. That frame was like 3 1 down.
Yeah.
That was the big turn out. That was the turn. The black. Just fall straight in the middle as well. You're like, just got to get with it.
Great pot, Riggs. Okay, is the current status then. Rigby's just taken out a tremendous red to get on for the black to make it 4 each. So Mike Larkins to break in the deciding frame. And then Joe Nolte versus Barry Turner. Barry is at the table with 3 reds. Not ideally placed, but be looking to take these 3 reds out. So what he's done there is Joe's got a yellow at the top of the table, so he's left a white on the bottom cushion to snooker Joe. So Joe's got a tricky shot to play now. Mike's just broke and potted a red with the yellows pretty much in open table to take out a clearance. So let's see what Mike can do here. So his first shot, Mike's potted the yellow, but he's managed to tie up another yellow with bringing a red over the bottom left. So Andrew's got a chance if he gets back to the table, but Mike's going to look to play a combination shot of a yellow, off a yellow in the middle, and that's his tricky ball. So if he can execute this, then he's back to being favourite, whereas at the moment so Joe's just missed the yellow to give Barry 2 shots. So Barry should be picking the white up. So Barry's just dropped a red into the middle. He's got a red into the opposite middle. And then a red over the bottom left with a black pretty much on the pink spot, so sport for choice. With Mike currently at the table, Barry's just got to wait a couple of seconds. So we're certainly at the business end of the quarterfinals now, with the 2 remaining quarterfinals currently at 4 each. So as mentioned, Dan Wells will be playing the winner of Joe. See you later, Frank. Well done today, mate. So Dan Wells will be playing the winner of Joe Nolte and Barry. Barry's on the black as we speak. And he's just potted it, a long pot. So superb effort from Barry there, well done. So that brings Barry into the semi-final draw. to Pompey Stalwarts. Well done, Baz. Dan. Put your game on there, yeah?
Go to the bar and just say, have you got that? I've just paid for it. I've literally just paid for it.
No one thought you wouldn't be.
Is it on? Yeah. You got to come up. You got to watch Mensa.
Race to 6, Dan, yeah?
Yes.
Pull your mic down, mate, at the front there. That one there. Because with it closed, that closes the mic off.
Good, no one knows my man crush. So, Sean. Yeah, no worries. So we're all set to kick off one of the first semi-finals. Dan Wells against Barry Turner. Oh, it's good lag from both players. Dan takes the advantage. This is an interesting matchup. We've got Barry, as we said earlier on, he's been out the game for quite a while, trying to build himself back up. He's doing the business, but he's not playing to his full potential. He scraped past me 3-2 earlier on in the day, went to a last frame decider. And then we've got Dan Wells, obviously the host of the event, and one of the favourites to take the event. I mean, let's be honest, Dan is an excellent player. That's a solid break from Dan. I'd be very pleased with that. I think he'll be looking at reds. Yes, he is. Yeah, solid shot. I think Dan definitely knows his path here. He knows how he's going to pick off each one of his targets. I mean, I'd be surprised if he doesn't dish from here. I think Barry's looking as well from what I can see. He looks very, very ominous with the situation. I mean, yeah, I think he knows he's going one down, but it's a long way to 6. We'll just see how we get on. It's not ideal. It's come up a little bit sharp there. I think he wanted to let the white just run down a little bit further, just drift past those yellows, or even come across them if that was the way he was looking at doing it. But I think we're coming up short there, obviously caressing the top yellow that was just above the one into the middle. He's not left himself ideal, but it's not a non-recoverable situation. He can definitely pull it out.
Oh my God. How's that not gone?
Jason is blaspheming left, right, and centre. Mike Larkins has just played a black down the rail.
Still didn't go in.
It's literally cuddled the rail all the way down, and then it's rattled and left it. Andy Rigby has now got a chance. That would then take, well, as we know, it's a decider going into this. So, oh, and Andy Rigby has just taken out a lovely red down the line. He's still got some work to do. That. Back to the action that you guys can see. Barry Tanner, and to be honest, as we saw from the break, I think Barry will actually, he'll agree that he's lucky to be at the table in this frame. Very, very capable. So just to give you all a quick update, Andy Rigby has taken out his two remaining reds and the black. He's progressed through to the semi-final 5-4 against Mike Larkins. Yeah, so the semi-final lineup's complete. We've got Dan Wells obviously against Barry that you're watching right now, and we've got James Green against Andy Rigby. Kicking off very, very shortly. Barry's left himself a fairly easy, look, point, it's not there. So Barry's obviously looked for the safety there, got a little double kiss off the cushion next to the yellow that's in the top bag, as you will witness. It's going to put Dan with a little bit of a hindrance. I can see how he's going to get out of it. He's going to play off the right hand rail down towards the red, just below the bottom middle. Oh, that's an excellent shot. That is an excellent shot. Plum on the red. Oh, that's a little bit short. Obviously, he was looking to get it a little bit harder. I'm not sure if he's going to try and play it into the middle or in the top bag, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Carney's dropped it in. Dan Wells moves one up in the race to 6 in the semi. So we've got the second rack, Barry to break. Well, he's come up dry. No, he hasn't come up dry, he's put in a red. Barry's having a good look here. I think he'll be going yellow, but depends how much he thinks that the red down in the bottom left-hand corner is going to be an issue for him. No, he is taking red. chance on yellow in the heads. Oh, he screwed that too hard. Barry. You cannot do that against Dan Wells. So this leaves Dan with an open table. Somebody good luck. That's nice from Dan, well controlled. He's played the yellow along the top rails, come beautifully off the angle, off the side cushion, left himself in the one in the middle. Yeah, he dropped it in, left a little nudge. Little nudge off that yellow is just going to put him in. It's a nice spot. It's a nice spot to be in for Dan. See him taking this, well, potential problem down the rail, but if he pots this, then he's going to be definitely in pole position in this frame. Ooh. I did not expect him to miss that. Barry's going to look at this. There's definitely going to be complications. There's going to be massive complications to him clearing this. Obviously, Dan's got him tied up with the yellow behind the red next to the bottom pocket. He's going to have to try and find a way to either manipulate that out or basically try and manipulate the frame in his favour and actually get himself into a position where he's safe. Steady pot.
1-0.
No, sorry, 1-0 to Dan.
Okay, well done, Si. Kept the commentary going in the semi-final while we're just sorting out the other quarter-final and get the other semi-final up and running between Andrew Rigby and James Green. So good victory for Andrew.
It was a tough job keeping it going while the main man was eating his Mars bars and peanuts.
I'm on a diet. Unfortunately, what a pot that is.
Lovely pot.
God, that was worth disturbing my nuts for. That was. That's a great pot. But,
Don't disturb your nuts when I'm sat next to you.
No, I was going to say, unfortunately, they've run out of salads. So.
Yeah, it's good from Barry, and actually now that he's got that red over the bag in the bottom, obviously it gives him a little bit of angle to disturb the yellow and the red that's next to it. When he decides he wants to take that on, obviously he can use one to disturb the other and potentially clear the table. Barry very happy with the relaxed dress code today. Sporting the polo top, the shorts and the sandals. He is really moving it, especially as it's absolutely pissing it down with rain. I think he's
Absolutely what, sorry?
Oh, I mean, absolutely falling
Apologise
down
for
with rain.
the over description there from Mr. Linus. He's gone back to his bacon sandwich. You can see what he's trying to do there. He's trying to disturb the other red, but he's pretty much hit the red over the pocket full ball, so sort of jarred the shot. Got to be careful now, because if he's left that yellow open, which he has, well, he's got an opportunity to open that pocket completely with bounce of the yellow off the red. Still a lot to do, mind, but he's choosing not to play that shot. Barry's probably got a free shot just to pop the red on the side cushion there. Did a white tight. Good shot. He still actually left an opportunity for Dan to squeak the yellow past the red. But where he is at the moment, he's probably going to just clip off this yellow with the white on the bottom cushion.
He's lucky that's dropped short, he's done well.
I'm not sure that's what he was intending to do, but so Andrew Rigby gets the second semi-final away, breaking in the first frame.
What's he left here? I think he's totaled himself.
Yes.
Oh, and I think that nudge might have just given Dan the chance to be able to slide his yellow behind, using the other red as a little bit of a buffer to pot it into the bottom bag.
Just got to be careful though, you don't want to play it too hard, because if he pops it, then his shots are limited to what he's going to do here. But
He's not in a great spot, but if you can take one of those two reds down towards the top corner, he's got another yellow that obviously you can use to the middle, the yellow in the bottom bag that passes the red reset, and the other one that moves past. No, he's not taking it home. I actually think this has handed Barry a little bit of an initiative here. I think he's going to pot this red, and basically the other red from the cannon is going to move it over towards the bottom right hand corner. Oh, he's absolutely smacked it.
oh, that
How's your
little
luck?
kiss has come out. Oh, mate.
Barry Turner, you're welcome.
On a string, maybe? No, he's just going to drop the red in now, squeeze the
drop
white
it
between
in.
the yellows.
Oh, he's overplayed it.
He's overplayed it. Bottom left to do, that's fine. Shot Barry.
Barry Turner 1-1.
So the semi-finals are a race to 6. Right, mate. Shut Todd. Shut Jake. See you soon, mate. Yeah. Inverness, giving themselves a better chance to clear customs and duty free before they get back on the ferry.
Yeah, they've had a good account of themselves today. Well, apart from Mike, who was obviously hanging and needed a 6 sugar Ovaltine to get himself over it, but yeah, he's done all right.
It just shows you though, mate, he's a class player. He's arriving in that condition and he can still perform in the way that he does. It's just remarkable.
He isn't the double Hampshire Open champion for nothing.
Oh, fair
Blackpool
play, mate.
and World Rules.
Fair play, yeah.
But it shows you the standard that we've got. I mean, he's lost out. He's not in the semi-finals. Obviously, Barry, Andy, James, and Dan pushing on. Barry's going to have to look at this, but he's obviously thinking about shifting that red. Locks the pocket. Oh, and he's missed it.
Oh, mate.
Oh, he's not just missed it. He's left himself in a total
That is
sinker.
cruel. That is cruel.
That
That's
is cool.
unlucky. Take care, Mike. See you soon, mate, yeah? Yeah. Take care, mate. Unlucky there
He's
from
missed
Barry.
him as well. He's obviously knocked his 2 problems out there to try and develop himself and finish, but he's not left himself on the simplest of starters. He's blocked by the yellow
was a
to the
strange
2
shot,
reds in
wasn't
the
it?
bottom bag.
Strange shot. He's going for the tuck up here now, though. Nice shot.
Yep, nice shot.
That's a good shot. It's a good shot.
Yeah, that's nice from Barry. Again, you can see he's not left down an easy starter. Both his balls into the top pockets are blocked by the one near the middle of the pocket, and obviously he can't get near the 2 that are down the bottom left hand because of the yellow right in front. Could be a potential plant there. I can't see it conclusively, but he's not looking at it. Looking for another tuck up, and he has left Barry the yellow.
I've already told him off. Thanks, honey. Cheers.
I said bloody. It's not a swear word.
Just give Simon a mention on the commentary about Mencia. Mencia Silovich. It's Simon's favourite dart player.
So is it just starting the darts, is it?
Simon's favourite player is Mencia Silovich.
So I'm getting a little bit of abuse by my friend Sean Morris that's here about Mensa Sulovic. Anybody that ever watches darts ever must know that he's the worst player on the planet.
I don't know, you don't see me play, mate.
You're still better.
Cheers, mate.
You are still better.
Ooh! Ooh!
Oh, damn
wow.
Miles.
I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but he missed it.
Well, this has left Barry a chance.
And if anything, the white's not come out tremendously well for him, but Barry's going to be alright.
Yeah, that's nice.
So what would you do here, Si? Slam the one into the middle, screw it back?
Don't ask me, you're the expert. I'm just the one-liner commentator.
Right, in one line, what would you do? It's tricky. It's one of those shots that looks, you know, conventionally looks pretty straightforward, but can easily go wrong.
If I'm being honest, I wouldn't play it this way, but it's probably the right way to play it. I'd have gone for the yellow off the bottom rail with a little bit of screw to bring it back for the one in the middle, and then rolled the black down the rail into the same bag. But
Screw this out on the
what do I know?
cushion.
This is why I go out in the first round of all the comps.
That's why I'm sat here. I can talk a good game out, just can't play it. Sometimes me talking a good game's debatable.
Well, either way, Barry's done the business. He's done it. He's taken a 2-1 lead.
So Barry's taken the 2-1 lead. In the other semi-final, James Green versus Andrew Rigby. Andrew Rigby's taken a 1-0 lead.
The green machine will not be impressed with that.
Yes. So Barry want to stamp his advantage now. 2-1 up, breaking, get a good spread, quite a couple.
Good break, not a decent split. He's obviously potted a couple of yellows, but what would you choose, Chase, red or yellow?
Well, I think yellow is probably the shot, but there's not much on after that. So if you want to play the attacking shot, it's probably the red. Try and play it into the pack. Not ideal. It's unusual for, you know, the balls to be so localised at one end of the table. So that's why Barry's played a safety shot there.
Yeah, he's basically
He wasn't
just left
happy
a
with
free
his
table.
first shot, so it's now a case whether Dan can see the yellow towards the left of the pack. It looks like he's doing the same. He's playing a safety shot. Barry's now got a black, a red in the pot of black if he wants to, but no. He's got the red into the middle. Or maybe even the yellow. It depends how much of that yellow he can see. So it's all about one ball now, really. The red that sits behind those two yellows. He's played that well.
That's a
Tremendous
great shot. Great shot. Open up his remaining
The
red.
only
right
problem
next
with
to
that
the yellow.
shot now is that he's moved the red in the middle directly above the white, slightly up towards the top of the table. So it's a question of whether that red passes the yellow towards the top left. I think it does off the knuckle. So we'll just drop this in, white come in round the back of the black.
And what's he left? Am I missing something? What has he left?
He's overhit that tremendously. I'm not sure. I think maybe he was trying to think he was
He's over here by half a table. I just thought he was going to drop it and leave a red into the other
just wondering
bag.
whether he was thinking he was actually going to hit the black there rather than coming round the back of it. So
Oh, okay. Thanks very much for the analysis of our advanced tactician, Jason Silway.
So he's probably going to play the red directly in line with the white ball, and maybe leave the white behind the yellow onto the top cushion. But no, he's cueing it completely different. That's a good shot, but I
Is
think
it
he's
though?
left.
Yeah, he's left down the yellow into the bottom, into the other bottom. That's one of his problem balls. Not only that, it gives him the angle to come out off the cushion to give him the same 3 yellows into the same bag. Wouldn't surprise me if this was curtains actually for Barry in this round. That's come out nicely as well for him. He'll be pleased.
Play the yellow towards the white, towards the red of the white of the white, perhaps. Screw back. So he's going to play the left mid.
I think left mid, left top, then I'll take the one above the reds.
Scoring behind the yellow there, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Obviously stun this in to leave himself the yellow in the bottom right hand side, and he'll be looking for the black either in the middle or the top, depending on his angle.
He's got 2 shots, he can stun that yellow in. So you can either stun that yellow in or maybe push the white through, but he's going to stun it in.
It's nice. A little bit of up and down is he'll either avoid the red or he'll cannon it, which will hold him perfectly for the black in the middle anyway.
Yeah, I think he may play the cannon here to keep the black for the middle, but he can play it with right hand side just to bring the white back out, like that.
Oh hello, it's gone up and down.
Post to the table, he's going to bring it back, so
Nice.
relatively straightforward shot.
For Jason, not for me.
For me, mate.
Yeah, nice shot. 2-2.
Yeah, I've got a feeling this is going to go all the way, this one.
So James Green has also levelled things up against Andy Rigby in the other semi-final, so we've got 1-1 over there, and obviously from what you're viewing at the minute we've got Dan Wells 2, Barry Turner 2.
Wow. In comparison to the last break, just stay in your seat, I think.
Yeah, Dan has come out absolutely gravy there, he loves that. It's hard to commentate on a frame like this because you're actually looking for a problem board and you can't find one. I can't see how he's not going to get on every shot.
Well, the problem comes when you're indecisive, so I think Dan is running over well. Just drop this one into the middle, screw back. Oh, the yellow does pass up there, okay. I was thinking he might take that yellow into the bottom right, but it passes the red quite clearly. So he needs to mop up this bottom left yellow. Screw it back.
Just needs to make sure that he gets on the yellow in the middle from this. Yep, it's a good shot. Drop this in, drop the yellow in the bottom right hand side you'd think. Then he'd drop the yellow in the bottom left and then obviously the black.
I think he's going middle, perhaps. Middle first? Top
Yeah, I
left,
think
top
middle
right,
first, yeah.
then black.
Nice.
And then we go top left. Just needs to bring the white slightly higher than the yellow. He doesn't want the white to come away from the black. So we just drop this yellow. Okay.
Oh, he's gone the Linus route. This could be an error. Never take the Linus route.
He's stunning the white behind the black now and play it along the rail. So the table's pretty true.
Nice shot. one good one. He's 3-2 in the
Don't dolly
3-2
it
in
along.
advantage.
Play it with good pace and it goes straight in. There we go.
And there it is.
3-2 to the organiser.
So Dan Wells, quick fire recovery, going from 2-1 down to 3-2 up. A very nice break. I mean, you're looking at those yellows and you are thinking that they should be taken out, and they were duly dispatched. Fair play to Dan, and he's got a lead as a result.
Yeah, you want to be breaking like that every time, don't you?
Well, if only.
Every time.
If only.
I was just about to say that Rigby's just taken a 2-1 lead. He's potted a tremendous blank a couple of knuckles later, and the white's gone in the middle, so he's actually 2-1 down.
Ooh.
Sick. Absolutely sick. So it's another good break. Sure about that? You sure about that? 7? 7!
So, Dan Wells back in action. Freshly pressed grey trousers, brown shoes, and straightened grey hair. You better not watch his back, I'll get in trouble for that. He's looking good on reds though. Ooh. You must have heard the comment about the grey hair. That's the only excuse for it.
I think you overheard your mate, but it didn't hit that clean enough, so Council Watch just stayed in the pocket, buried to the table. On the yellows. Which
Dan's-
reminds me that the pots the yellow, maybe tuck in behind the yellow there, or even be attacking and.
Or a nudge.
But I think I'd be looking for the tuck up myself, especially where the yellow towards the bottom of the table sits at the moment.
If we're looking at the game in context, I mean, I know it's only 3-2, but Harry needs to be staying with him. This is the sort of thing that he really, really needs to grab the ball by the horns here and genuinely just try and take this frame. You can't be seeing him going 4-5-2 down and then having to race to 6 and trying to get back in it. He's got to stay with Dan. He's got to wait for his chance when he's close and in sight, and then he's got to take it out.
Barry trusts his ability. It's, whatever's before him, he will attack it. He's going to play the skill shot here, pot them both at the same time. It's a fantastic shot.
That is a great shot.
It always looks great when you pot it. Always looks silly when you don't pot it. So he's now going to have to maybe play the one into the top left, screw it back. So either play the one down the rail or screw back for the one in the middle. I think he could be tempted playing the one in the middle and then just play it onto the yellow on the rail, but if you slightly misjudge it, then the white's going between the space of the two yellows. I think that's the right shot.
Yeah, that's a good pot.
Now he can play an attacking shot with dropping the yellow into the middle and maybe playing it onto the other yellow to push it closer to the pocket. Or just slow pace. Drop the yellow in, yellow down the round, and then he's got the black into the mid right. Yeah, that's the shot.
big shot coming up. Well done, Barry. That's a great shot. That's a great shot.
Excuse me.
Definitely starting to get this feeling that Jason was right and this is going to the wire.
Two quality players, aren't they? So,
Yep. Very nice.
so it's effectively going with serve at the moment. So Dan's on the break. 3-3.
Have we got any update on the James Green and D Rigby score?
Yep, it's 2-1. And it still is 2-1 with Riggers on the yellows.
Okay.
So another dry break.
Dan not replicating his break of the previous when he broke and dished.
So yellow's probably looking favourite.
Yeah.
Where they sit at the moment.
I'll tell you what, Barry can get off to a start here. There's nothing to stop him, really. Was looking at the yellow just to the north of the black. I think he's going to go back there. Yeah, he is. Slightly hampered by the red if he wants to take the one below the black, but I don't really think he's got an option. Looking around the table, he's completely secret from the rest. It is his only shot.
So it's all about just cueing a shot now. He hasn't got anything on the white. The white just naturally come round off two cushions.
That's a nice part. Well controlled. Gets himself in the mix with the rest of the balls he's got left. Got to have Barry as a big favourite from here.
Yeah, it's a good pot. So they've been very unlucky not to be on something after that shot. So he's got two choices now. Could either play the plant to the bottom left. With the yellow closest to him to the bottom right. It's a nice shot.
Very nice shot.
Looking at the black, it looks like it goes into the middle left, or it even goes bottom right. So where that white sits, Barry could actually play the one over the pocket and just tap the yellow out down towards the middle, perhaps. Leave himself the yellow into the middle.
All of a sudden, you're just starting to get the impression after the first few frames that actually Barry was sort of clinging on to Dan. Dan was winning frames, Barry was scraping frames, and now if he can pick this one up, you know, start to nudge ahead in this if he can. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing, just keep plugging away, just keep finding the clearances. He's not doing much wrong.
What's he playing there? The one over the bag? Maybe disturb the other yellow or come in behind that yellow?
I've been playing the yellow into the middle. I don't know what he's going to do.
Wise word from the Linus. Current tour player.
The Duffer's Guide to Pool. Playing yellow to middle, play the yellow down the rail, and then I play the yellow in and use the angle off the yellow to get up and try and play the black into the natural pocket down the bottom to the bottom right where he can play it. But it looks like he's playing this one over the bag. A little bit of right hand side. Yeah, it's nice. Gets in the right side of the yellow.